Fresh 102.7.
Is this on video?
Yes.
Good. Great.
She's like, is this on video? It's Fresh 102.7. I'm Mike Adam here with Camila.
Hi.
Hi. I
creep on your Twitter.
creep on your Twitter, and
Great.
you have been
Good
doing
to get that out there.
Yeah, you've been doing wonderful things. Amazing. Fallon was so good.
Thanks.
I feel like you just are there all the time. He loves you.
Right? I love him. They're so sweet. I love him. He's the best.
The performance was great, and Madonna was there. That stinks you didn't get to meet her.
I know.
But I would be nervous with artists like that are icons and of that caliber.
Like if they're gonna like you,
right?
Crush your soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. I totally feel that. But the thing is like with Madonna, do you even care if she likes you back? Like you just want to love her. It's like whatever. It's fine.
You're like,
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna latch on to you, and
and then just live in denial
Right.
if she doesn't like you. I feel like I'm that way with some artists,
yeah.
like Madonna, Nicki Minaj too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love her so much.
But you've met her and she's been nice to you, right?
I've never met her.
Oh, okay.
I worship her though.
Okay. You know, it's funny.
I love her.
My man crush is John Mayer. I love him.
Cool.
And
nice.
one time I ran into him backstage, but he was super
I met
busy.
John Mayer.
Oh, you did?
I've met John Mayer. Yeah.
Okay. He towers over me, so you must come
He's
up to
very
his
tall.
kneecap. Yeah.
But I was in heels, so it gave
Oh.
me an advantage.
And was he nice to you?
He was super nice.
Yeah, you're
Super
a girl.
cool.
I feel like it's different because I ran into him backstage and I was like, I probably look so creepy though. I was like, John. And that's all I said.
John.
Yeah. And he was like, and walked away. And I was like, I'll still buy your albums.
Aw.
Yeah. So
But you never know what somebody's going through in that particular moment.
totally.
Like they could have just gotten a bad phone call
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something. You know
or
what
just
I mean?
thought I was really weird.
Yeah. That too.
So has there ever been other events like that where you were somewhere and there was a huge superstar during your appearance and one of your family members was like, Camila, you are taking me. I need to be there so I can breathe the same air as so-and-so.
Yeah. I think my mom in any event with Alejandro Sanz,
Yes.
she will just literally she will disown me as a daughter if I don't bring her and I get that. It's understandable. So that for her, for my dad, probably like Luis Miguel.
Yeah.
But they're all like, I don't know. I couldn't say anybody, here.
Right.
Like anybody that's not like
And
they're in their
of their community
Yes.
in that wheelhouse.
Exactly.
Do they embarrass you though, like when they're there?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they're pretty. It's actually pretty cute because I feel like they get shy.
Okay.
Like my mom gets shy.
Cute.
She has a tendency to hide. My dad has still never met Luis Miguel, but he would probably cry. And
Yeah,
my
yeah.
dad doesn't cry easily.
Oh, that's great.
So, yeah.
I love it.
But they don't even need to embarrass. I embarrass myself, to be honest with you.
Right.
I'm like, oh my God, I love you so much. So,
What you were saying about your grandmother on Fallon, I thought was so cute.
Thanks.
How she reacted when she first heard Havana, that was adorable.
yeah.
So has your family heard the entire album?
Oh,
already?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. They've heard everything from even just like the real early stages, like the first songs that were demos for it.
Yeah.
Like they've heard everything along the way. But that can be tricky because sometimes I'm
Right.
like, oh, this song is not making. They're like, no, but I love that song. I'm like, no, but I don't, but
Yeah,
it's great to be able to feel like the room.
Yeah.
I feel like that's really important.
Was there anything you were nervous to play them, like where they would just be like, Camila, are you okay? You felt this? You know what I mean?
That's funny. I was actually you were thinking in like the emo songs. I was thinking more like OMG. I was like when I played my and my dad and my grandma was there. I was like, hopefully he didn't catch that.
Yeah. When you were crafting this album, was there one particular person in the family that gave you like the best feedback that you kind of went to first?
I always play stuff for my sister. But she's a kid. She's 10 years old.
Yeah.
But I always think that it's interesting to play stuff for her because I feel like kids they don't even, they're not thinking about like, hurting your feelings or what's the right thing to say. Like if they like something, they'll keep listening to it, and if they don't, they'll just be distracted.
It's just pure.
They'll be like, I don't know. So my sister's actually a cool, like she's a good person to like test it out with.
Does she have a favorite on the album?
Her favorite is Havana, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about somebody in the industry? Is there somebody you have as a soundboard where you like play these songs in their infancy just to make sure, you know, you trust somebody wholeheartedly and they just let you know if you're on the right track or not?
I feel like it can get dangerous when you play. That's actually a really big lesson that I've learned this year. It can just get a little bit muddy when you play it for too many people because everybody has a different, and there's so many variables. Like somebody could just be having a weird day.
Right.
And be like, I don't really like that. And then it's like, you know, you just never know.
Yeah.
And so I try to just keep it, I just try to listen to myself and listen to my team. And with my family, it's fun because the more that they are like in this experience with me, like the more special it is. You know what I mean? Like I'm always going to remember the moment where I played them my first album. Like that's just stuff that you just, you know, that's those are the moments. So it's, and also they're super because they're not like, oh, this is not fast enough to be your first single, or
they don't know that.
They're just like, I like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that it's better to just play it for people that just listen to music.
Crying in the Club isn't gonna be on the album?
I don't think so. Not as of now. Yeah, I'm still working out the track list. I don't know. I just feel like Havana's kind of the start of a new chapter for me. And I feel like everything just has to sound super cohesive. And, you know, when that song happened, I was like,
fresh out the gate.
Not even halfway in the process of making my album. So, you know, obviously things change along the way. And you're like, you know, it's kind of like, I wouldn't even say a puzzle because all the pieces have to be in the puzzle. But it's kind of like a statue. It's kind of like you start with a huge block.
Okay.
And then you start to like carve out. And then you're like, oh, this arm looks a little too weird there. I'm going to shave this off. Okay. Oh, I'm going to put this there. And so that's really what it's like. And so it's like, you know, I'm like, oh, maybe try taking this out. What does it sound like if it's just these? Oh, what if I put this in? What if it sounds like, what does it sound like if it's these? You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
that makes me feel like there's a bunch of songs that are recorded that aren't going to make the album,
yeah, 100%.
Really? Like just a gazillion?
Oh, a gazillion.
Any you think you'd revisit and rework
for
or
sure.
anything? Oh, okay.
For sure.
Okay. You're like, it doesn't fit this album, but maybe I'll try it for something else.
For sure. Or if it's like just a little seed of an idea.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily the whole song.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Totally.
Then it's like you kind of have to start from scratch, but with that same idea.
Sure.
I've done that a lot of times with like titles.
With all the collaborations you've done so far, I have one that's my personal favorite. I just want to know what yours is, like that you were featured on somebody else's song. I have one that you did with a producer. It's not necessarily like you and Machine Gun Kelly. So I just want to know what your personal favorite is.
Kashmir?
Yeah.
Nice.
How'd you know that?
This is my song. Duh. I mean, yeah.
It's so good. And I don't know. I feel like that was the first time we were hearing you in that light. And it was just, I don't know. It was great. And I was like, we need justice for, you know, the song. It should have went further, you know, but I really love that song.
Thank you.
What's your favorite?
I think it would have to be a tie between, I don't know. I'm going to just name, because they all have a different
And they're all special to you, I know.
I always say like the latest one, No Better.
Yeah.
With Major Lazer. That's my favorite one. Because it's the last.
Here's my
last
problem
one, and
with
I love
No Better, okay?
Yeah.
I like the song. But, like, couldn't we have talked to Diplo and been like, hey, could we have wiggled in a Camila verse, like, in there somewhere?
looking like it's been dipped.
Right, like, I just wanted a little, like, you know, a Camila, not like a rap verse, but, you know, like, a little more Camila, just a little more Camila.
Well, we'll get back in the studio. We'll do another one.
Good. I know this was a little while back or whatever, but the collaboration that you almost had with the Chainsmokers, I guess the way the story goes, you had prior engagements, you couldn't end up doing it. It was actually offered to you?
Yeah.
So A, were you bummed about that? And B, when the audio leaked, were you worried that like Halsey would be like, did Halsey know it was offered to you initially, or?
I literally have no idea. I
Oh,
can't
okay.
even. That was such a long time ago. That song was last summer, right?
Yeah, but I think it only leaked recently.
Okay.
Because you cut something for it or whatever.
Yeah, I did.
So were you like miserable about it, and then it did all these amazing things, and you're
crazy.
like,
It was like #1 for so long. No, because I mean, I feel like everything. It was kind of funny. Like it was just like, wow, I just couldn't stop hearing it everywhere. But yeah, I mean, I think that everything happens for a reason.
yeah.
That's what I keep trying to tell myself.
I mean, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm kidding, but yeah, I feel like everything happens for a reason.
Last thing before we wrap up, congrats on the Latin Grammy award.
Thank you.
That's phenomenal.
Thank you.
Do you think you would ever put out a fully Spanish sung album?
For sure.
What's the date?
What's the date? Soon. I'm kidding. I love you guys. Don't be mad at me. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. But I think that just like I've spent such a long time on this album, and I've gone at it and gone back to it and gone back to it and gone back to it, and I'm, perfecting it. I want to take the same amount of time and put the same amount of effort and care into a Spanish album when it does happen. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I got you. I'm trying to link you up with Anita. I don't know if you've seen on Twitter, but she loves you. So
I love her. She's amazing.
I feel like you have such support in that community and with people already, Luis Fonsi and J Balvin and all those people.
Thanks.
So love everything you got going on. Thank you so much for talking to us. You are amazing.
Thank you. Yay.